number of years now. It's been over 10 years since we saw the first neobank enter the United States and more broadly over in Europe. And that's really been focusing on consumers. Now we've seen that transition move over to small businesses, which is game-changing to me. I think small businesses actually run the economy, regardless of where you all are in the world, and they've been left behind in this digital and transformation journey, and so I think it's really important for there to be more focus on them, including their banking capabilities. The second thing that I would say is the news that came out a few weeks ago with the Apple Launch Card. So Apple launched a new card powered by Goldman Sachs and MasterCard actually. And so that's really interesting to me because it will be really telling if someone with the brand power of Apple who can help to really lower the customer acquisition cost will have enough impact to actually increase mobile wallet usage, because in many places of the world, mobile wallet usage is still quite low. So I said this in January, and so far it has held true, which is really around consolidation. So I'm going to focus a little bit on the US here because that is where I'm based. But you see things, so the United States has over 5,000 different financial institutions. We saw a really big merger this year with SunTrust and BB&T, now coming together to be one of the top biggest in the entire country. You also see big mergers on the payment side as well. So First Data was acquired by Fiserv, and then we saw WorldPay acquired by FIS. So those are two big competitors making really big moves in the space, and I think that will continue to happen throughout the year. Governments are crucial to the future of fintech and financial services more broadly. It has been very encouraging to see certain governments all over the world take a first step. In fact, right here in Dubai, just back in October, the UAE government got behind the first blockchain project with Smart Dubai and IBM, which was very exciting. Estonia, a country that compared to the other big places in Europe or in the United States, is doing a lot as it relates to blockchain. What the UK is doing as it relates, both the government and the Central Bank of Britain is doing a lot to actually open up the space for fintechs and allow them to have a real opportunity to compete in the market. So I think those are some really great examples. In general, you have seen, I mentioned the idea of consolidation earlier, but the other part of it is really around collaboration, where what I love that I've seen in financial services, which is maybe not quite as applicable in some of these other areas, is the idea that historically two different banks or two different institutions would be directly competing. Now they're actually collaborating and looking for solutions and opportunities together and joining consortiums and whatever else. So I think the more that we do that, the better. And I think that the government definitely needs to continue to get involved and help as it relates to regulatory risks and everything else, so that everyone in the ecosystem, the fintechs, the universities, the venture capitalists, they all play an active role, and they're one and the same. I have to say two. One is too hard. I'd say the first one is be fearless. Fintech is not like any of these other industries that you go into. It's very capital intensive, and there's a lot, because of being such a highly regulated industry, there's a lot more that you have to deal with, and so you have to be fearless and really follow your vision. And the second is, don't think that because you don't come from financial services or technology that you can't be successful in fintech. Fintech is so much more broad. If you think about every interaction that we as a world have with money, it's around a beautiful design, a seamless experience. So marketing, business, all of those roles are actually very important. So don't limit yourself if you're not in one of those two areas.